What's good, everybody? AB Media 83 here, and give me just a second. Sorry about that. AB Media 83 here. Today, we're going to be talking about how butthurt blues in denial. Now, I know what some of y'all are thinking. Y'all think I'm talking about, the uh, BBBT, the BBBT. No, I'm not talking about them today, actually. If they feel some kind of way about it, I really don't care. No, I'm talking about the bigger butthurt blues, the Democrat Party in general. They're in complete denial. Um, you got two wars going on that nobody likes. Well, excuse me, you got a war and a genocide going on that nobody likes. And Joe Biden's economy isn't doing that good. Starting to hear rumors about more banks failing. But if you listen to the Democrats, oh, the economy is great. And Trump's a criminal. By the way, Donald Trump's trials are falling apart. You wouldn't know that if you listen to what I call the butthurt blues, but Donald Trump's trials are falling apart. Fannie Willis is having an inappropriate conversation on tape with one of the defendants. Um, the hush money trial is a joke. Eugene Carroll trial is a joke. If you look at the facts, the Trump defrauding New York City is a joke. If you look at those facts, but despite all that, you have butthurt blues like Joe Scarborough, used to be a Republican, going around saying everything's fine. You can't believe these polls. Joe Biden didn't go. Yes, he is. The New York Times just came out with a poll. Biden's down in almost every swing state except Wisconsin, if I'm not mistaken. But you wouldn't know that listening to MSNBC, and I'm sure they'll come out and say, I'm misinforming you. But no, I'm just giving the cold hard facts. Joe Biden's in trouble, and that's undeniable now. Now, I am aware that Joe Biden has challenged Donald Trump to a debate and made a little put together video about it. And I do mean put together because you can clearly see the cuts in the video. So they stitched together a video of Joe Biden challenging Donald Trump to a debate. What a lot of people don't know is one of the rules for these so-called debates that Joe Biden wants to have. He only wants to have two, and he doesn't want a crowd to be at the debate. Gee, I wonder why. Donald Trump, despite all his trials and tribulations, can get 80,000 plus people to show up to a rally. Joe Biden can barely get 10 people to show up to a rally, and five of them are protesting, saying ceasefire now. But if you listen to Butthurt Blues, oh, the Democrats are doing fine. Biden's a sure win for re-election. Okay, keep telling yourself that lie. In fact, we got some Butthurt Blues going around TikTok talking about. See, in Indiana, Indiana, my home state, Nikki Haley got 20% of the vote. What they neglected to mention is Indiana is an open primary. You do not have to be a Republican to vote in the Republican primary. Oops. So all that Nikki Haley got 20% of the vote, and they're not gonna vote for Trump. They were probably Democrats anyway. And Nikki Haley dropped out months ago. So what's the point? Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Hit the Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show. But in my opinion, Democrats are in denial. Don't have to like my opinion, but those are the facts. Democrats are in denial. And if they remain in denial, Donald Trump's going to be 47. And as I've said on many occasions, there's precedence for Donald Trump to be 47. Grover Cleveland was your 22nd and your 24th president. It can happen again, whether you want to pretend it can't happen or not. And Joe Biden is bleeding so-called Democrat voters all over the place. Hispanics don't want to vote for him. Peripheral black people don't want to vote for him. Arabs don't want to vote for him for obvious reasons. But you know, you listen to these these butthurt blue Democrats. Oh, Biden's in good shape. And they're only saying that because they're used to everybody kissing their ass every November. But unfortunately for them, most people are starting to see from my point of view. I'm not kissing your ass anymore. It's not going to happen. And since you always want to tell me you got to vote for the lesser of two evils, okay, Donald Trump is the lesser evil. I'm voting for Donald Trump. Since you want me to vote for the quote unquote lesser of two evils, okay, That means I'm voting for Donald Trump, whether you like it or not. But yeah, Butter Blues in denial. Then of course you had HRC get on Morning Joe talking about young people don't understand history. Oh no, they understand history quite fine, Hillary. And you don't probably remember what y'all did in Libya and other countries while you were Secretary of State. So people understand history quite well. And I don't know what Democrats are expecting. You know, you funded genocide and use their money to do it. What you think is going to happen? That's why most Democrats nowadays can't go anywhere without hearing ceasefire now, ceasefire now, ceasefire now. But you know, I'm sure people like the BBT will say, you're misinforming people. Here's what it is. But Biden's in trouble. And quite frankly, the writing's on the wall. It's also on social media. Why do you think they're trying to ban TikTok? Oops. Now, Biden's pusher, Harry Sisson, and the other incels that push the Democrat Party ain't gonna tell you that. But you know, it's not looking good for Biden right now. And do you want everybody's favorite VP, Kamala Harris? You think Kamala Harris has a shot at beating Trump? Hmm? You think she has a shot at beating Trump? It's going to be an interesting election season, and I'm not sitting here saying that Donald Trump can't lose. He can still lose. We have to wait and see. It's still a possibility for Donald Trump to lose, but as it looks right now, despite all the trials, despite them trying to paint him as a criminal. Ugh, sorry, I'm tired. Despite them trying to paint him as a criminal, he's ahead in the polls, whether the butthurt blues like it or not. Trump's ahead in the polls, and there's nothing they can do about it. Uh oh, what's going on? Mr. Z, black in effect in the building. But yeah, butthurt blue, not necessarily. Let me be clear, Mr. Z. I'm not talking about lefties per se. I'm talking about the quote unquote vote blue no matter who crowd. That's who I'm really talking about. I'm not talking about lefties like you. When I say butthurt blue, I'm not talking about lefties like you, brother. But shout out to you for coming in the building. Let's see, what did he say? Yep, up by 12 points in Nevada. A state Biden won, by the way. But yeah, yeah. See, but here's my thing, and if you want to come up, I think the link's in the chat. Here's my thing, though. Democrats, if you really want to win this election, you need to get your head out your fucking ass. And I would say you need to do it now, but it might already be too late. To be perfectly honest with you. What's good, Andre? It may be too late for that, to be perfectly honest with you, but nobody's kissing your ass. You got to give us something to vote for. Nobody's kissing your ass this time around. To be fair, some black people might do it, but if I have anything to say about it, nobody's going to be kissing your ass this time around. Our ancestors didn't die for us to kiss your ass. Our ancestors didn't die for us to blindly vote for the party that was pro-slavery to begin with. Oops, did I say that out loud? Our ancestors didn't die for us to blindly vote for the party that was pro-KKK to begin with. Oops, did I say that one out loud? Gee, there's something wrong. No, I said it right. Our ancestors didn't die for us to blindly vote for the party that played a birth of a nation in the White House. Oops, did I say that out loud? Something to think about. It was a Democrat that played birth of a nation in the White House. Oh yeah, don't get it twisted, Z. Trump still might lose. It depends. But yeah, he's probably going to win Nevada, and he's also probably going to win Indiana too. Because there's some butthurt blues going around talking about, see, Nikki Haley got 20% in Indiana, and I put out in a TikTok, Joe Biden is not winning Indiana. That's just not going to happen. The last Democrat to win Indiana was Barack Obama the first time. He didn't win it the second time. Hillary never won it. In fact, within like 2 seconds of them closing the polls in Indiana, it went to Trump. Indiana went to Trump again in 2020. So Joe Biden is not likely winning Indiana. I just do not see that happening. This is a red state, and I just don't see it happening. In fact, we're such a red state, the Democrats here suck. Yeah, I said it. The Democrats here are what they call them Republican light, or what they like to call Republican light. They're wannabe Republicans. And at the end of the day, despite the fact I have left leanings in Indiana, you may as well vote for Republican because that's what you're gonna get anyway. Eventually, just cut out the middleman. But yeah, butthurt blues in denial. You know, they call themselves vote blue no matter who. I call them butthurt blues because every time you see them, they're always, well, butthurt. Now, I am aware there's been other things in the news. CNN has released the footage of P Diddy beating the shit out of his ex-girlfriend. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm indifferent about it. Oh, by the way, Mr. Z, since you're in here, um, I got something that you might want to cover. See, on TikTok, black women have been going around, with their nose up in the air, talking about a billionaire said that pretty much said a grown. I don't know if you covered it or not, but pretty much said that a black wife is for grown folks, and all they've been touting that. I even had a chick say that to me. Well, it turns out, his last name is Hordes. I forget his first name. It turns out, and for the record, the dude is married to a black woman, but the funny part is the black woman got with him before he became a billionaire. Oops. But anyway, that billionaire, I forget his name. His name escapes me right now. Horde came out and said he didn't say that shit. In fact, the original post that said that that said a billionaire said that black woman for grown-ups, he sent a cease and desist letter to this heifer, and he stated that he never said that, despite the fact of him being married to a black woman. And I just think it's funny. And here's one of the funny things to me. Even if it were true, that's not an insult. You want to know why? Well, I don't want to get too religious on y'all, but the Bible says a fool and his money will soon part ways. And most of the black heifers running their mouths about this billionaire don't deserve a five-figure man. Notice I didn't say six figures. They don't deserve a five-figure man. Hell, a lot of them don't deserve a four-figure man. They don't deserve a four-figure man. Yeah, I said it. They don't deserve a four-figure man. They don't deserve a five-figure man. They definitely don't deserve a six-figure man. They don't deserve a seven-figure man. They don't deserve an eight-figure man. And they don't deserve a nine-figure man. But yet you can't tell them that but you listen to these heifers, they ain't pending. They don't need no men. Okay, is that why y'all bragging about allegedly bragging that a billionaire says black woman for grown folks? Going around trying to rub that in black men's faces? Hmm. Oh well. It is what it is. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show, hit the Super Chat, support the show. But going back to the topic, butthurt, blues, and trouble. They're in denial. They want to pretend that Joe Biden's a shoe-in for re-election, but he's not. And don't think we don't know that you're holding Biden back from doing primary debates because he's quite frankly a dementia patient, old and senile. Don't think we don't know that. But it's going to be an interesting next few months to see how they're going to play this. And y'all think Trump's on trial because he's a criminal? No, he's on trial because they know that Joe Biden that they can't beat him in November. That's the reason Donald Trump is on trial. That's the reason they got somebody as incompetent as Fannie Willis to handle the trial because nobody with half a brain was going to try to prosecute a former president. And let me talk about Miss Fannie Willis for a minute. That woman's incompetent. And you want to know why I say that? You're prosecuting a president of the United States. A president of the United States. That is the equivalent of prosecuting 1,000 mob bosses at one time. That's how much power the president of the United States has. And your bright idea is to go get a traffic judge to prosecute a RICO case? That's your bright idea? And this is not even counting the fact that this traffic judge is married and you sleeping with him and you sleeping around with him. That's beside the point. You pick a traffic judge to prosecute a RICO case, but you expect somebody to take you seriously. Oh, not to mention that the other turns out that Fannie Willis has a whole backlog of other cases that she's supposed to be prosecuting, but hasn't been prosecuted because she's so busy going after Trump, much like Letitia James and Alvin Bragg. And I've said this before, and I'll say it again about Letitia James and Alvin Bragg. If you notice, they're all black. And what did Magneto said in X-Men Last Stand? That's why the pawns go first. Fanny's nothing but a pawn. Alvin Bragg is nothing but a pawn. Hell, Jack Smith is nothing but a pawn. Letitia James, just look at her campaign. Campaign videos. She is clearly nothing but a pawn. And that's why the pawns go first. But you know, the butthurt blues out there will most certainly come out and say, I'm misinforming you guys. I'm misinforming you guys. And all that bullshit. And it is what it is. You can pretend I'm misinforming you, or you can take heed about what I said. It's up to you to think. But if you don't believe that the Democrats are in trouble, y'all didn't see the rant that the how can I say this? That the linebacker with lipstick gave on her news show that nobody watches. For those of you who don't know, this is a linebacker with lipstick, known as Simone Sanders. And she's highly upset because, you know, her job is probably on the line. And as I said earlier, black folk are going to have to learn to stop kissing the Democrat Party's ass. I know that's a task that some black folk ain't up to, but you know, it's something they're gonna have to learn, whether they like it or not. And don't get it twisted. Democrat clowns like Roland Martin are still gonna kiss the Democrat Party's ass because he has nothing better to do. But it is what it is. So, since nobody want to come up today, and I'm tired, I'm about to shut the stream down. I'd like to thank everybody that came through. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see who's coming to the stage. Before I leave, let's let Brother Namer come to the stage. What's going on, Namer?
Ladies and gentlemen, first and foremost, I'm proud on behalf of Soft Guy Scented Oil to say that AB Media is proudly brought to you by Soft Guy Scented Oil's brand new Sexy Lavender Essential Oils. Drizzle, drizzle, baby.
Yes, sir. Well, basically, I've been talking about how a lot of Democrats are in denial. I just they call themselves vote blue no matter who. I call them butthurt blue because they're always butthurt about
What else
something.
is new? Wait a
Yeah.
minute. If the Democrats' motto is vote blue no matter who, then what's the Republicans? Is it vote red or end up dead? Or is it
Hmm.
vote red until we dead?
To be fair, I've never heard of Republicans come out with a slogan like that.
I mean, think about it, man. Think about it.
Now, I've heard them calling people rhinos Republicans in name only, but that's kind of died
Wait,
down.
wait, rhinos?
Yeah, stands for Republican in name only, but that's kind of died down over the years.
Oh, I just hope they don't wear Echo. If you remember Echo clothing, because their logo is a rhino.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay.
Oh, it's some funny shit. But as long
But
as you don't, as long as as long as Republicans aren't rocking Echo, ain't rocking Fubu or Carl Kanai, we good. Don't fuck with
yeah.
that shit. Don't fuck with that shit, man. But this is just what is it they say? Like, you remember, like with certain movies, if you got a good hit, sometimes the sequel either hit is a big hit, is a bigger hit, or it's a bigger miss.
Hmm.
Yeah,
They're leading
well, I
towards a
guess
bigger myth
yeah, exactly.
because Biden's down in the polls. You're funding a war and a genocide, and
The economy is going to shit.
oh yes, we don't know when another bank's going to fail, and I
Let's
wish
not
I was joking
forget.
about that.
Let's not forget the opioid crisis still laying hangs loom over everybody, and everybody's just pretending to ignore it, or they're trying to deal with it, but they're trying to do it more covertly instead of being open and honest about the problem.
Yeah, well, he did make I think he switched marijuana to Schedule 3 or something just recently.
Marijuana, yeah, but let's not forget we're dealing with politicians here, so we gotta take everything they say with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
If you might remember, they were passing, was it a while back? They were trying to talk about legalizing prostitution, I'm like, okay, where can I look at this bill online? Is there an is there a PDF file about this bill so I can look into it, go over and see what the details are?
Hmm.
Because sometimes it's not what it always seems, you know?
Yeah,
And
of
this
course.
whole, and the bill for legalizing marijuana, I would look at it and say, okay, hmm, what does that mean exactly? What are we talking about here? I
Yeah.
mean, you can't take anything even if somebody's telling you the truth, you still got to take everything with a grain of salt. You can't take anything people tell you at face value. We're raised better than that. Now, unfortunately, our parents have to sometimes forget that we're gonna question some of the things they say or take everything they say with a grain of salt, but that's because they did a good job in raising us right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I was hoping Mr. Z would he might talk about it later, but black women on TikTok have been talking about this billionaire last name Horowitz. I forget his first name, but he had some.
He did a rant about that earlier. Actually, he did a stream about that earlier today.
Oh, my bad, Z. I missed that,
I'm
but
sure
yeah,
he'll
he
come
said
up though. He will come up, and I will say this. Right now, for all we know, Mr. Z might be at a Popeyes drive-through.
More than likely, but but yeah, he came out and said I didn't say that. Some chick said I said it, and I sent a cease and desist letter. And oh boy, the fallout on TikTok has been hilarious. Like,
The hell is
'cause I actually had a chick try to say that to me, talking about being
it?
as a black woman for grown folks. Are you married? I
What
was
the
like,
fuck is that supposed to mean?
um, for the record, she took the video down because I think she's desperate. She's over here. This is over here. Have a 45-year-old. I called her on her shit because she's a former teacher and she was disparaging
Hmm.
black boys, talking about black boys aren't that smart and all that shit. And then they're more prone to say stupid shit. I was like, oh, okay.
First of all,
Uh,
I was prone to say stupid shit since the day I was born, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna say it.
oh, don't pay this effing no mind. She's on this. She's like she tried to tell me I'm only on here to promote my business and to encourage black women by using misandrous rhetoric, by going after that teacher,
Mm.
that one
Oh,
teacher
by the
by
way, um, just to go off topic for a moment, just to ask you, man, how you been, by the way? As a brother, I'm just asking, how you been, man? How you been
one
doing?
day one day at a time.
Mm. Good answer.
Yeah, I haven't got a laptop yet. I did get a tablet though
Uh,
to kind of help
hey,
me with to help me
hey,
read it
tablet
into
does
my
have
tab.
has its benefits and drawbacks. Has its pluses and minuses, you know.
Hmm. If
Good. Hmm.
I'm gonna test and see if I can share stuff on StreamYard with the tablet, but I don't like the white background. I gotta have that black background for the StreamYard because the white hurts my eyes, and I can get that on my phone and on my laptop.
Do you have a dark mode option?
Not on my tablet, unfortunately, or at least I haven't found it yet.
Oh, you can go into settings, go into display. There's usually the dark modes available there. Wait, this is Android, right?
Yeah, but it's Amazon.
Okay, you look in the settings. There's got to be a dark mode.
There is, but there's not a dark mode for the websites.
Uh, oh no, you got to go into the web. I think the websites have a dark mode setting
It
if you can find
depends.
it. Yeah, yeah, true, true. But
It,
then
it
again,
depends. It
because
depends on the
I've got a
website.
yeah, same thing here because over here we got a lot of apps. I use a lot of apps, and I
Mhm.
always switch to dark mode. Less strain on my
Yeah,
eyes and everything.
it's easier on the eye, and it actually saves you battery. I heard it actually saves your battery a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually got my tablet's in dark mode, but I don't always get dark mode with apps and certain apps and stuff.
Yeah, can you give me a minute? I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, I thought I was out, folks, but Namer popped up. So we'll go for a little bit longer. Y'all like, share, subscribe, hit the Cash App, support the show. Hit the Super Chat, support the show. But yeah, shout out to my man Art Newstall. He's supposed to be coming on later tonight. I'll probably be over there a little bit later after I take a nap or two. But yes, I did see the Diddy footage and it was pretty brutal. He kicked that woman in the head and did all kind of crazy stuff. and they settled out of court for it, so he's not going to jail for that. But he might be going to jail for other stuff. We have to wait and see. Just have to wait and see. But yeah, Butthurt Blues in trouble, whether they want to admit it or not. And they're not helping themselves allowing Hillary Clinton to get on TV, in my opinion. Let me see what y'all saying. Oh yeah. Diddy's probably not going to get arrested for it, but they probably got something else on him. I think that's why the video got leaked. So nobody says anything when they go after Diddy for whatever they're going to have to go after Diddy for.
Back.
Okay.
Yeah. Butthurt Blues indeed. Then again, you got a lot of people butthurt on either side.
Oh, true. There's
Let's not
butthurt
forget.
Reddit too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of butthurt Reddit for that Trump because they think he ruined the party. They're like, no, y'all did that yourselves.
Well, you allowed him and you allowed him in. And you
That's
thought you
one.
could control him.
And unfortunately, I hate to admit it, but that's one thing Mike V was right about. Without Trump, the Republican Party would be shit.
Mm-hmm.
They would be a permanent minority party. So whether Republicans like it or not, Trump's the only way y'all staying in power, and you're gonna have to change some shit to stay in power to do too. Playtime's over.
He's not fucking around, but then again, he's a vindictive individual.
Yo, yes he is. I never did. Here's the funny part: people like to say you Trump supporter. I never denied he was a prick. And if you actually talk to real Trump supporters, they don't deny he's a prick either. They know who he is. But that's how much the Democrats suck.
See,
And
this is
nobody.
the thing people.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is the thing people fail to realize when you look at certain individuals. I mean, even a certain obnoxious, small hat that Mr. Z he kind of pounds on, calls out. That individual, even he admitted that Trump is an authoritarian at the end of the day. He doesn't stand on principle, man. That's the thing about this is why documentaries like how, how to be a tyrant, how to be a cult leader are important to watch.
Mm-hmm.
And those are available on Netflix, by the way, folks. How to be a tyrant, how to be a cult leader.
Here's the thing though. There are a lot of
Hmm.
changes that need to happen in the country,
Indeed.
and quite frankly, I think we have a better chance of getting some of those changes under Trump than we do under Biden.
Which ones are we talking about here, though? Which
I
ones?
mean, what you mean? Which changes?
Yeah, which ones? When we talk about changes, which ones are we talking about in particular? And secondly, to whose benefit are those changes, both immediately and in the long term? You know what I'm saying? Because we got to think several steps ahead.
That's true. Well,
I mean, go ahead.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't expect Trump to come out here and support stuff like Medicare for all and all that kind of shit.
He can't.
But the little changes here and there that Depends on it depends on whoever his advisors are. To be honest with you,
Look, if the what is it they say? Past actions are a good indication of future ones.
yeah. And one of the reasons I say this is because I
Hmm.
I, there's no way. I don't think we ever would have got a stimulus if Joe Biden was in office when COVID first hit.
Yeah, but let's not forget how Trump handled that situation.
I don't know. I'm not saying Trump did a good job handling that situation,
Mm.
but
No, no, no. I didn't say that. I'm just saying you have a point, but let's keep in mind. Let's keep everything on. Let's keep all the facts on the table. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So I see your point, but we have to look at both, or should I say, look at both sides of the coin on this one. So
yeah.
yes,
Here's what I'm saying. I think Trump will take more risks, even if it's not because because Trump is not necessarily ideological. He'll take more risks to do what's right for the country.
he'll take risks,
Yeah,
but I'm sure there's going to be people in his cabinet who will advise him not to take certain risks. Because I'm like, Mr. President, that would not be advisable. And of course, you look at him and say, first of all, I'm the president, not you. So the position is on me.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, if it goes wrong, you're going to pin it on us. You're going to need somebody as a scapegoat, and that's us. If shit goes wrong. When was the last time you heard of a president taking responsibility for for a miscalculation?
Never.
No, you always got a fall guy. And my question is, given the last time you had a Trump administration in there, are all cabinet positions going to be filled? Are you going to have the right people in the right positions, or is it just going to be a complete? Is going to be a 4 year shit show?
Um, Time will tell. I don't have an answer right now.
I'm tempted to start singing "Time After Time" by Cyndi Lauper,
Mm.
and I grew up with that song. So time after time, but yeah,
I
you
didn't
just
say Trump
understand.
was perfect, but we can't do he can't do no worse than Biden right now.
I don't know if we should be saying that because he might go like, "Oh, you think I can't be worse than Biden? Watch this."
Oh boy. Well,
Old
this is
men,
part of the game.
old men have tremendous egos.
This is part of the game, but
Hey,
we
I
just have
mean,
to see what happens.
hmm and more importantly, let's not forget the words of the late elder Dick Gregory. This is all theatrical because they're
Hmm.
gonna say one thing to because what like, or to use an old wrestling trope. Don't believe everything you hear and half of what you see.
Yep.
So,
Also,
yeah.
I am under the opinion if
Hmm.
Hillary Clinton had gotten elected, we would be in World War III right now, and the U.S. would look like Fallout.
I believe it was Robert Williams who explained she's in her 60s. She has her own global warming. So, yeah, anything is possible. You know, they say Billy C is a sociopath, but you'd be surprised how disconnected the old lady is.
No, I
There's
wouldn't.
some, there's, no, there's something off about her. There's something about her that's completely off.
No, I wouldn't. The fact that they're still letting that woman get on TV shocks me. I'm like, okay, do y'all want to win? Or are you trying to lose?
Here's a scary thought. If Biden wins, what are the chances we might have a repeat of January 6th?
Oh no, I got a better thought for you. If Biden loses, you might get January 6th anyway. The way I'm seeing some of these left knuckleheads run around, don't be surprised if they pull their own version of January 6th. I'm just saying.
You don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger here, folks. This is
And
all
no, I'm not trying
hypothetical.
to inform anybody, but pay attention to some of these lefties. They sound even crazier than the MAGA people.
I don't know if you can out crazy him, some of the MAGA folks. But then again, you have the fringes on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, you got communists on one side, you got fascists on the other.
But I will not be surprised if at all if they don't pull their own January 6th.
Well, you never know. They might learn from last time and just have take some precautionary measures or take preventative
I don't
measures.
know, man. These folks are very vindictive against Donald Trump. I wouldn't put it past them.
Hence, you take preventative measures. You become more proactive. But then again, most people are just reactive, not proactive.
Yeah, but we're about 53 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and shut down because ours going to
Art's
be
about to
coming up
start.
in ours going to start in about 20 minutes. I'd like to thank everybody that came through, and I'm shut down for real this time. This
All
is
right, bro.
AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace. Yo, this is AB Media 83. Want to support the channel? Hit the Cash App. Also, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the video. Also, be sure to hit that bell notification so you can be notified the next time I upload a live stream or video. And always remember, keep it grinding, keep it pushing, keep it moving. This is AB Media 83, and I'm out. Peace.